Fear does not stop death. It stops life. Social distancing, self-isolation, loneliness, unknowns. I'm here for you.
Live happy, fun-loving, and carefree.
This is some strange, crazy times right now, and it's scary. I get it. And here on the homestead, we talk about living happy, fun-loving, and carefree, and that's kind of hard to do right now when there are so many scary unknowns going on. And, you know, in some ways, that's always true. And depending on where you live in different places, in congested cities, you have different worries than we have out here on the homestead. So, you know, you hear things all the time like social distancing, self-isolation, and then what becomes of that is things like loneliness. And here on the homestead, I only go to town every other Monday anyway, every 2 weeks. So the social distancing thing kind of happens naturally for me. But you may have a traditional job. You may have school-age children, and now your kids are home, and you're like, whoa, man, what in the heck am I supposed to do? I'm not a homeschooling parent. And the problem there is what we are always trying to do is we're trying to make the world fit to the model that we want it to fit in. And sometimes you just need to throw that out the window and literally just wing it and fly by the seat of your pants. So things that I would recommend is, you know, play games. Do whatever the heck your kids want to do. And that will combat that feeling of being in control and how you behave from 9 to 5 when you're at work or whatever it is that you're doing. And now you're in this unknown situation of you're home 24/7, your kids are home 24/7, your spouse, your partner, other family members, you know, they're home 24/7, and you're driving each other nuts because you're trying to make that fit into your world. And just wing it. Just have fun with it. And I would recommend doing things like, I mean, electronics are fun. I'm happy that you're watching this video, and I hope that you do watch, you know, other videos of mine on this channel and other people's videos too, because that's a fun thing to do to relieve stress, to combat loneliness. But at home, in the real world, do real world things. I like to play solitaire. Play solitaire with a real deck of cards on your dining room table or a TV tray or something like that. Don't be just sitting there pushing the buttons on your computer, on your phone or whatever. Use real cards. Play checkers or chess with a real board with somebody else. Monopoly, Life, Mousetrap, Yahtzee, Uno. You know, there's a bazillion games out there that are, you know, real games. They don't require any electricity. And enjoy the moment of being with your family. We're always running around, going to work, going to school, going to the grocery store, going to the mall, going to pay the electric bill. We're always crazy busy with things that in a lot of ways we're discovering right now weren't really all that important. And you've got this opportunity to be with your family, with your kids, with, you know, you've got to stay in your closed group, and that's the loneliness thing, in that you just can't go out and chat with other people and shake people's hands and give them a little hug and a pat on the back and all that. You know, we've got to social distance, which is probably a smart thing to do right now. And that just, you know, plays into that isolation thing that we all have to deal with. But if you just do the things that just have some fun at whatever it is and just make the best of it. If you've got a little bit older kids, and even if you've got really young kids, you know, maybe if you're a do-it-yourselfy kind of person, go out and change the oil on your car. You know, put new windshield wipers on it. Things like that. In the house, bake some cookies, bake bread. Just do things that, you can do together. I'm a huge believer in quality time. Yes, quantity time. I just said that backwards, and I'm going to leave this in. I'm a big believer in quantity time. Quantity, more quantity time. Quality time is nice, but quantity, just being there, just doing nothing important, just sitting in a chair next to your spouse or your child, and just doing nothing. Read a real book. Watch cartoons, watch whatever kind of movies that the kids want to watch. Again, play kid games. I'm pretty good at Pretty Princess, and, so just have fun with things. And this just popped into my head. Don't ask me why, but I believe it was Charles Darwin that said, the strongest of the species don't survive. The most intelligent of the species don't survive. The most adaptable to change are the ones that survive. And if you and I and all of us, if we're going to survive this craziness that's going on in our world right now, we have got to be able to just adapt to the change. We can't strong arm, muscle our way through it with, strength. We can't just try to outthink it with our intellect. And we just have to say, what the heck, and just go with it. Do whatever is fun for you. And again, make cookies, make bread, do something fun in the house, play games, go out and, work on the car, your lawnmower, do outdoorsy things. Just, pick some flowers from the yard. That's a great idea. Maybe if you have property, if you're on, on some land, make a little flower garden or something like that, a little rock garden, and involve the rest of your family into that activity. Or if you're alone on yourself, make yourself a garden. You could do a potted plant arrangement if you're inside if you're in an apartment or something like that. But the thing is just don't stress, don't be lonely, and that is a huge problem today. A lot of people in this world that we live in feel isolated and lonely, and now we're forcing people to be isolated and lonely. So, watch YouTube videos, do things in real life too, books, games. I played solitaire all the time with real cards when I was younger, before this technology existed, and I still do it occasionally. And just have some fun, make the best of it, laugh at me when I say something wrong, laugh at yourself, just go with the flow. Be that person that is adapting to change, and we will all survive through this. So I truly hope that this has helped. Let me know in the comments. Subscribe if you want to see some more of these videos. I would appreciate that, and I think you'll like it too. And go ahead and watch another video, because, hey, what else are you going to do today, right? Live happy, live fun-loving, and of course, be living carefree.